Kick it, Chewy.
Deep purple, blue witch's weed, gin magic, Irie Redder, Antichrist, drugs of the dead. Lilith be my private dancer. I'll get the black and arrow tips ready to fly. From the other side, with the tried and triple order of Ambrosia Calypso, the nemesis, beer and hot dogs, cashmere into cutty. Here's Johnny Ampleweed serving the craft. Corum Kirum, personification of light and the sun. Mediator, redeemer, and savior.
Welcome back to Lady Babylon. Oh, God, this is Prophet Wars, and it is going to get bent. Tonight, people, I'm going to drop something on you from right here from the front that is going to be so dense and weighty, it's going to drop through the center of the friggin' earth. Oh, God. People. I tell you things. People make refutation videos and say, no. One of the biggies that I've been telling you. Tonight, I'm just going to show it to you. I'm going to show it to you, not through my words, but through the source. Just the source, people. And what am I going to do? I'm going to settle something. This information will be used in the new Renaissance. Oh, my God. Oh, you're in for good, people. Where are we going? We're going with the lace tie tonight. Do you understand the lace tie? Do we have any images of lace tie, Chewy? Oh, here's one. Hello, lace stace. Oh, God. There he is, doing his thing of trafficking. Now, people, why are we doing this thing with the lace tie? Because this is what Jesus himself shouted. Oh, God. You come out here and arrest me like I'm a lace stace. No, not a lace stace. Oh. What are we going to do tonight, people? Somebody came out with some modern Greek thinking he was a big shot and said, I'm going to refute everything. And Lucian, I've started reading Lucian. That's always, that's a tell. Right there's a tell. Okay, thanks. Now I know if we're chess players, I know roughly where you rank. Right? Very good. There is a work of Lucian's called Alexander the False Prophet. We have talked about it. People, it is written. Here's the man, Lucian. People, look. You say, wait a minute, we didn't even have time to finish the intro. We're already out of the ship. That's okay. People, Lucian, people. Be nice, satanic congregation. He's been through it. He's writing to us tonight, and he is. Who are we? Who is the audience of this work? It's Celsus. Now, we'll let people argue about which Celsus it is. It's a little bit like saying it's John, right? Which one? Oh, God, they're all over the place. What do we have to do? Lucian is going to tell us, Celsus, he's going to tell us what the lestes is. He got some soldiers together because Lucian works for the government, bro. He's got Roman soldiers with him to go pick up this guy, Alexander, to go apprehend this lestes. Why, people? Why? Why is Jesus shouting from the cross, I am not a lestes? Right? Despite the fact that he was arrested with a naked kid in a public park at 4 a.m. with the kid having a medicated bandage on his hoo-ha, his genitalia, people. Grow up. Genitalia. That is what the Bible says. Tonight I am going to show you the lestes from someone who is contemporary. Someone who is contemporary with everybody who's writing all of the biblical literature that you so enjoy. And some of it you don't. Because they took it out. They canonized the Satanic Congregation. We turned around for 1 minute and they canonized us. Oh, God. No wonder I had these on. Fantastic. People, that's where I'm taking you tonight. I'm taking you to Lucian, who's going to give us a complete picture. Now, I am going to do this as systematically as possible, right? And I'm going to show you the Greek that is directly relevant to establishing what a lestes is. But first, I'm going to drop a bomb. Are you guys ready to draw? Are you guys ready to receive this bomb? I have been telling you, this is the first, don't cue it yet, Julie. It's too much. Oh, yes, that's it. Yeah, it's no. Just wait. Chewie's holding the bomb, right? Here we go. So, people, let me be as direct as I possibly can, which is not to. I've been telling you for 3+ years, Satanic Congregation, and people have tried to refute this unsuccessfully, pathetically. We walked in and kicked down the doors and took the Bible and said, hey, your Old Testament, it's written in Greek, not in Hebrew. The original is in the Greek. Why? The Hebrew is a fabrication used for deception. It's a fabrication. It was not a spoken language when the Septuagint was composed. Do you want to see how it was used in actuality? Do you want to actually see how it was used? I've been telling you it's a fabrication. And you were saying, oh, and it can't be because the Nephilim and Enkidu. And I had patience with you. And I fought the fight with the knuckleheads. And by the way, Danny Jones has managed to find a classicist bold enough to step forward. And I love it. And I loved talking to him. It was okay. So remember, people were panicked. And as one of our congregants said, there was introduced a completely new fabrication, something called Jewish Greek. Right? Those are he's a professor from Haifa. Those are his direct words. Right? Everybody Everybody in classics who's ever picked up any amount of Greek and jumped into the text will laugh at you. Will laugh at you. There's no such thing. For him to fabricate that was a tell, people. That was a tell. It's a hey, SOS. The ship's going down. Right? Now, people, that's what I've been telling you historically from the language that did contain Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, right? all Greek words, by the way. Is that Mother Greek? Thank you for coming, Mother Greek. Appreciate it. Mother Greek is central tonight. Oh, God. Okay, people. Keep Mother Greek with us, please. People, where are we going? Let's jump into the lace days. And let's see what this person is really like. What is this person that Jesus is insisting he's not? I'm going to give the long and the short to you, but I'm going to start with the bomb. Hit me with the bomb, Chewy. Give it to me. Oh, yeah. Suck on this. Right? Oh, God. Look at me. I look so tiny. Okay. Phonas tinas asemus phengomenos hoiai genointon Hebraion e Phoenicion exepleta tus anthropus e dotas hotikai legoi. Oh, God. I stressed that epsilon out. I'm sorry. Right? Oh, people, what is that saying? What is that saying? It says there are people. There are people. And this is Lucian. Right? This is Lucian. Was this Lucian or was this Apollonius of Tyana? Yeah, it was, yeah. This was Lucian. People. This was Lucian saying there are people who use nonsense words. Stupidity they call Hebrew and Phoenician. And they do it to fuck with you. It clouds people. Okay, do you understand what is going on? These are academics. Right? These are grammarians. These are people like Africanus, who is talking with fruitcake. What's his name? What's that guy's name? Oh, God, he had a loaf of meat for a brain. Origin. Oh, God. Do you see? This is all happening at the same time. What is a lace days? He's going to show you. Do you know what they do? They go around fucking with your mind, telling you nonsense words that are Hebrew and Phoenician. Bullshit. People, what I've been telling you for the last 3 years was already written down nearly 2,000 years ago. And a much more brilliant, well, I think Lucian's Greek is gorgeous, by the way. I think it's gorgeous, and I think it's quite elegant. People, bring that up one more time. Just let me tell people what they're looking at. Bring up Mother Greek. Is that Mother Greek? Fantastic. People, it's tiny. I know it's tiny. Tiny. What kind of words are these that they're making? Ones that are asemos. Right? God, these things are unintelligible. Do you understand? Babbling bullshit. And what do they say? They say these come from Ibraion or Phoenicon, from the Hebrew or Phoenician, which is nowhere to be seen. There are libraries, and there is nothing in any of the fucking libraries. Do you understand me? There's no works of literature. there are only 7,000 words. 7,000 words. If you put the Masoretic text next to the Septuagint, it's a joke. That Masoretic text is the shittiest translation on the planet. And that's what it is. It is a translation of the Greek. The Greek original, people. Now, who is it? Who is it that's doing this? It's the Laestai. It's the Laestai. Remember, we have a terrible attitude against the Laestai. We put them to death. It is a capital crime. Do you wonder why Jesus was arrested saying, let's get out of here? Oops, here they are. You're going to be scandalized, people. You're going to be scandalized. Welcome to the real Jesus. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, Chewy. So, people, I just want to tell you what we just did. That one line is a window to show you your present and your past. Okay? Fantastic. We'll bring in the future in a minute. Prophets, people. Who are these Laestai? They're prophets. They're prophets. They are saviors. They are Christers. And they love kids. Just like Jesus with his little students. Fantastic. Okay. All right. We're going to see it. An exact reflection of Jesus through the language, people. You want to know who Jesus was? Do we have any Jesus movies tonight? People love those from last night. Oh, that's a shame. Did you have to kick them out of the system? They're not up there. You can show the old one. Do you have the old one? No, you don't. Okay. People, it's okay. Give me, oh, by the way, Cruz, I want to play your latest song. The hoo-ha song. So come up here, arise, Cruz, and tell us that it is with your great permission that we play your song. It's a fun song, people. Okay, pay attention. That's hopefully Cruz is out there. Is he out there? Oh, there he is. Okay, people, let's take a short break and play. Do you have it? Okay, give Chewy a couple of seconds here. What did we just do? We just showed that people are using this bullshit made up Hebrew. They're using it along with bullshit made up Phoenician. This is not a new act. Creating false history is an art. Do you understand me? There are no authors from what you call the Torah and the Old Testament. There are no authors. They don't exist. None of them. You think Isaiah was a dude who lived back when? What century? No. No records, no nothing. There's no literature from the culture. There's no archaeological record. Surprise, surprise. The lies. All from language. Language. Do you understand? Are they going to start digging through the rubble? I don't know. Let's see. Give me the next one. Oh, you have it? Yeah. Okay, people, let's play. Cruz, thank you. Contribution from Satanic Congregation. Hit it. Monism is on trial. Monism is on trial. And Yahoo must now answer for his crime and the crimes of his son, who was arrested in a public park with a naked kid. With a bandage on his hoo-ha. The bandage of the hoo-ha. Hey, that was like a good chorus. Let's do it. The bandage of the Let's do it, do it. Run, Jesus. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, they'll dance. Give it to somebody. Fantastic, Cruz. Thank you so much. That's the bandage of the hoo-ha, right? So next time you're there at the pearly gates, ask Peter about the bandage on the hoo-ha. Now shall we get back to it? Thank you, Cruz. No, Cruz, thank you for all the work, right? Oh, and people I notice the work that you're doing, like Cruz. I notice, right? I cannot open files. Don't send me things to open. Okay, you got to find some other way of doing it, right? Because, people do things. Anyway, Cruz put in a shit ton of work, and I like it. It made me laugh. I loved it. And it's kind of catchy after a while. Yeah. All right. Anyway, let's go back to some text, people. I want to show you what a lay stace is. And this is a very difficult story for Lucian to tell because he's used to talking about good people like Alexander the Great, which you can debate back and forth about what he did. A lot of people didn't like him, right? Oracles didn't like him, right? But most of the world did, right? So what, people? What's going on? Where are we? Should we bring up the map? Where are we going to land tonight before we take a step out of the space-time ship, right? Who is this guy, by the way? That's Alexander, people. He is a lay stace. He is what Jesus is saying he is not. And this is where we have landed. Look up here in the north, in Paphlagonia and Pontus. This is the region that we're looking at tonight, right? And you remember all the stuff that the apostles are doing in the region. Look at Mysia and Lydia over here, right? The Troad, nice. Ionia. Okay, anyway, Lydia with Thyatira. Those are all the Christian assemblies. They're all over the place over there, right? The Christians are all over. You have to understand. The mystery is being performed. The mystery is being performed. And this is Alexander. Give me the first slide. Yeah, give me those ones that I sent. People, the reason this is so important that they can't hold you for now. For the people who write to me and they say, look, I'm telling other people and it is devastating. Boom. And how do I, give me a little bit better take, right? Look, people, it's just sources. Here's the New Testament, right? And it just says there are two of these lacei that are crucified with Jesus, one on the right hand, one on the left. Okay, people? Look at the last word in the first line. There are your lacei. That's lestas, right? Okay. These are side by side with Jesus in the text. In the text, they're right next to Jesus. And this is the line from Matthew where Jesus says, why'd you come out here, epilestein, like you're coming out against a laistace with your swords and your clubs? For people to blow off the laistace, they are hacking at the original. If this is the divine word of God, you shouldn't treat it so shittily. It's amazing. It's amazing what they do. Next. Yeah, there's Jesus, right? Right, with one of the apostles. Two of them in the boat, right? Two of them in the boat. Do they all have their clothes on? Because they don't. They often don't have their clothes on when they're in the boat with Jesus. Don't try to explain it. Please. You would have thought the Epstein bomb would have woken them up. No, it's too late. Boom! Fantastic. That's why we're here. Cleanup crew, give it to me. People, what does this say? Oh, you're going to love this. People, just sit back and love this. This says, if anyone out there, now I'm just going to proclaim this right now. Are you ready? This is the proclamation that we have to make in our cult of the last days. If anyone who's an atheist or a Christian or an Epicurean has come here wanting to look at our rights, get the fuck out. Yeah. Let them run. Let them flee. Let them flee. This is what Alexander has determined for his people, right? Notice who it is that's intruding. Christians, atheists, and Epicureans. Think about those three. What do they have in common? Right? Satanic congregation, any of you smarties can figure this out. What do Christianity, atheism, and Epicureanism have in common? Go. May the smartest smarty win. Fantastic. Give me the quote. Did we finish it? Yeah, they will. You bring them up whenever they guess it, right? Let me finish it then. Bring it up. People, I'm going to read it to you one more time. It's a riddle I need you to figure out. Alexander says, if any atheist or Christian or Epicurean has come here to see the rights, get the fuck out. Okay? Felgato. I'm adding the effery in there, right? Because I told you have to linguistically, right? If you use it correctly, right? Dogmas. Interesting. Right? Keep guessing, people. Keep guessing. Here we go. Beautiful. Sex addiction. Nice. That's a good one. Right? Oh, fantastic. Maybe we can figure it out by the end of the greed. Oh, greed. Right? Put the next one up while they're trying to look at the minds people working, right? I'm telling you something. I am truly humbled at reading your email. We're going to have some. I'm going to read some on Friday. I'm going to read one. Okay, it was meant. Time and fate push this forward to us right now. So, anyway, give me that one. People, look at this. This is a chaos. Right, some of the fragments anyway. He's 5th BC. There's no Old Testament at all at this time, right? There's none of those people exist that are in the Old Testament, that are in the Torah. None of them exist. None of those prophets, nothing. But what we do have is this. It's real. And it's a fragment, right, of a tragedian. He says, Ares is the Lestes with the spear and shield. Ares is the Lestes with the spear and the shield. People, how the hell is Ares the Lestes? They are cults. That's a great answer, by the way. Who's that, Brian? No, John. John, put your glasses on, old man. Fantastic. Sean, good job. That's one element of it, right? We're talking about a diamond with many facets, but one element, right? Yeah. Music. I love that music, people. What hangs on the tree in the grove of Ares? The fleece upon which is written the song. Yeah. Yeah. What are all the early Greek lyric freaks doing, especially the Spartans? War songs, people. You didn't know there was an ethos to war? Yeah, and that ethos encompasses techni arts like music. Right? It has nothing to do with fat or skinny. It has everything to do with skill. With skill. Right? Otherwise, there would have been a makeup room there, but there wasn't. The music was what was necessary. And what did the music give those war loving freaks, those war worshiping freaks? It gave them the marching songs. Gave them the marching songs that started to build their society. Look at what's happening, people. Is that a kithara or guitar? Is that a stringed instrument with one horn? Do we have a stringed instrument with two horns? Bring it up, Chewy. Bring it up, Chewy. People, can I just show you the two-horned instrument of the god? Do you want horns? Do you want horns? Ah. Okay, go back to the text. I'm burning up. Give it. People, Ares is there. He is the Lestes. He is the trafficker of souls. And what are his implements in his trafficking of souls? They are his death givers. His death givers. People, when was that? 5th. Do you understand? This vocabulary is already very well built. And that's why the Septuagint overpowers anything that they came up with that they said was Hebrew. It is impossible for them to have constructed a language that was as complex as Mother Greek. They didn't even get close. Fantastic. Let's give me the next source. People, you're going to love these because I'm going to fly through them and it's going to give you glimpses that you don't know. Who is this? This is a grammarian. People. Yeah, nobody reads this. What is this? Okay, look, I just wanted to bring Mr. Rogers up from hell, and I wish I had my flogger, but it gets here tomorrow. So Mr. Rogers would tell you, hey, this is our word for the day. Everybody, repeat after me. Ikes. Right? It's the word for goat. And where does it come from? He says it comes from the two terms, aiso verbs and hormo. Aiso and hormo. And the future form is aixo, which when you take off, I'm still translating, which when you take off the omega, right, what you got left is ikes, the word for goat. And goats are what? They're hormeticon. What kind of animals are they? They're hormoned. Hormone, people. We get our word hormone from this. Impulsive, impetuous, unable to corral their impulses. Does anybody, where's our goat congregant who has all the goats? Can she tell us, is this true? Do goats have some kind of impulse control problem? Do they have issues? Do they use those horns too much? Do you understand what you're supposed to be doing? Excuse me, I almost said something. Why? Sometimes those expletives cut the deepest. They give the edge. They give the edge to the sentiment. What are you doing? Get your goat It gets my goat when that goat goes unappreciated. So grab your horns, people. Grab your horns. Thank you, blessed Penelope. Thank you for covering up with the cross of Jesus the Christ. Thank you for covering up what is so sinful. Fantastic. Let's go. Ding dong. Next source is here. Oh, everybody wants to. Oh, people love Penelope. Oh, that's fantastic. She's been around a long time. She has, right? Doesn't she just make you want to pinch her? Just like, just like a little cute boop. Right? That's how I feel anyway. All right. Did they see your film? Oh, that was creepy. Give me the next source, Chewy. People, here's another definition. Look, I'll give you two. Look, the first one, and follow along, people, with me. Perastes and perates. He says these two words differ. Diafere, they're different. A perastes is one who is applying that pressure, who is testing. The perates is the leistes of the sea. The perates is the leistes of the sea. People, what are these that I just brought up, these two definitions? They're ancient Greek grammarians defining their own words. Sometimes they're Byzantine. Defining their own words and their history. Do you realize it takes quite a bit of sophistication? Now, I'll give the Romans got this too. They had their grammarians, right? But they only had their grammarians because grammar is a Greek word, right? Grammata, right? So the Romans copied the Greeks and tried to, they had their own. But the real grammarians, who are these Greeks, and I don't mean Greek ethnically, I mean Greek speakers. Because the guy we're reading tonight was a Syrian, not Assyrian, but Syrian. And he's working for the Roman government in Egypt, right? And what language do you think he's speaking? He's speaking Greek perfectly. Give me this. So he's one of the non-barbarians, people. And nobody ever believes me, but I'm going to show you. Give me the next. Yeah. People, what's the difference between a polites and a patriotes? You'll notice patriot. We've got the word patriot, and we've got the root of political. He says these two words vary, right? The polites, right? That individual has to do with the city, right? You're talking about freedom, right? For the free. But when you use the word patriotes, patriot, you're talking about a country like a fatherland, right? And that is for slaves. Do you understand? Civilization, people. These are Greek words. These are Greek words. Civilization comes through Mother Greek. Civilization comes from nowhere else. You did not get democracy through the pyramid, right? Which one? I don't know. The biggest. I don't care if you pick Zoser or whatever. Who is the guy over in frickin' Samaria? He's got like the step pyramid. King Zoser, some crap like that. Big deal. Nice mud bricks, right? Oh, Egyptians, nice rocks. But you didn't give us democracy. You didn't give us science. You didn't give us even education. And your literacy was crap. And you produced crappy literature. People, I'm not trying to knock Egyptian tourism. You want to go see the pyramids? Enjoy, right? Oh, they are big. Don't hit your head on the very slight passageways. Right? That's not where civilization comes from. Right? You don't get the law courts that ultimately produce juries. You don't get those except through Mother Greek, the language, people. The language. The oracular process, the oracles in the Greek-speaking world are the bastions of civilization. And this is through the language. And when people come to you and say there is a false history, and it is through these words in Hebrew and Phoenician, it's not because it's new. The 2nd century, when Lucian is writing, is when we have our earliest records of the intentional obfuscation of the oracular process. Moses in a tent, hearing the voice of God in that pillar. No. And you just sit there and you go skip diddly-loo to your churches, to your synagogue. Skip diddly-loo. And you accept the falsehood, the wool. Right? It's time for Jehovah's reckoning. It's time for his son Jesus to have their reckoning. And you and I, Satanic Congregation, are in the perfect point in history to bring it. Oh, these are the slaves. Yeah, right. Wait, let's see how they treat these kids, right? These lace dye. Keep going. Give me another source. Joey, let's warm these. Let's get to the main meat. Go ahead. No, give me the definition. What is this definition? People, look at this. Patriotes, for those of you who just, fellow countrymen. What's the definition? Fellow countrymen, properly of barbarians. Wait, who are barbarians? They're people who don't speak Greek, who had only a common patris. Right? Why? Because that polis, that civilized polis, right? He says, being used of Greeks who had a common polis, a common city-state, a common organized government that was there for the common weal. Oh! How does the wheel fare? Yeah. Oh. Yes, right. Right. Notice Dionysus is there. Beautiful. Good, Joey. Beautiful. Right? He is that countryman, that fellow member of the polis. Why would Dionysus be that kind of a god? Why would he be the civilized god, people? You'd think he'd be the uncivilized god. He's making people do all sorts of crazy, ecstatic stuff. Because if you want to hear the oracle, you have to have the ecstasy. She has to bring it to you, and she's not going to bring it to you without the ecstasy. This is Aphrodite. Do people know that Aphrodite is that heart of the guitar? Bring that. Did you show them that? Right? She is the heart of that guitar, and you didn't even know that about your own instrument. Right? You didn't know the profound, necessary, beautiful healing impact. Ah, God. Why do you think it is that she is joined in union with Ares, the Lestes of war? Why do you understand the attunement? Do you understand the harmony? You don't have to be able to play to get it. Right? And that's what Dionysus does. You don't have civilization, people, without Dionysus. Why do you think people like Jesus used the cult? Why do you think they used the template that was already there and established historically, that had been working for centuries? It's amazing. Give me the next one. Let's jump. People, now I'm going to show you one more. Okay, Chewy. That's okay, Chewy. Go ahead. Get it. Oh, okay. Hit it. It's a pastille. Okay, fantastic. Leave it up there. People. Look at that. Kithera. That's a Kithera, people. That's the big one. Right? Love it. Look at those horns, right? They all gotta have horns. Okay. Give me the next source, please. Please. That's okay. Okay. Blow it up. People, I just wanted to toss this at you. You know, you can talk about the bites of female vipers as a specific thing. Did you know that? Right? Not the male. This is the female. Keep going. Where are they writing this stuff down and working with this stuff? In the very same places that I just showed you on the map. Alexander comes across an entire group of these women. Here's a text first. Before we get to Alexander and the women with the snakes, this text is Apollonius of Tyana. Right? Apollonius of Tyana. He was very famous for what he did. For what he did. Do you understand? And one of the people who lived in Tyana and understood his practices ended up with Alexander. These are very famous lacei, so famous that they're getting the attention of the governors. Right? There is an overlap of cult and government. Have you seen any overlap of cult and government lately? Oh, right. You can understand it. Give me the next. Give me that text back. People, I want you to see. Go to the next one, actually. Go to the next one. Yeah. It's okay. No, there's a couple of things that I cut out of this. I just want them to see the whole. Go back and give me the boom. Oh, did you not? Are they out of order? Okay. People, what does it say in the blue? What does it say in the blue? We're talking about Apollonius, right? It says Apollonius was with the king. This is an Indian king, right? And he's eating with him, you know, because he's got a lot in common with the king. And he says, oh, yo, king, right? How'd you learn to speak Greek so well, right? And grasp our philosophy. Grasp our philosophy. Go ahead and take it up. People, I want you to notice something. This is an Indian king speaking perfect Greek with knowledge of Greek literature. Okay. Right. Okay. This is strange, don't you think? Wait a minute. I thought you said this is prophet wars. Yes, it is. Because the prophets are fighting via the language, and Greek is kicking everybody's backside. Everybody knows the world is divided into Greeks and barbarians. And when I say Greeks, I don't mean people from a nation called Greece. I mean people who speak Greek. Greeks, barbarians. You get civilization with the Greeks. You don't with the barbarians. You get literature with the Greeks. You don't with the barbarians. You didn't know that existed, did you? You didn't know that Greek was plowing everybody. Well, this Indian king goes on. He goes on to talk about, the significance. When he compares the philosophers to the lacei. What? Yes. He compares philosophers to lacei. And he talks, next one, he talks specifically about how they're punished, right? And the king says here, the king's all happy and cheerful. And he says, look, a long time ago, right, used to be that when somebody's making a voyage, right, sailing, we used to ask them, are you lacei? right? It used to be, right? And he goes on to talk about what people, a part of history that you didn't know existed. The only reason that it's touched your mind or my mind is because it's in the mouth of these people, including Jesus. Including Jesus. Are there secret teachings of Jesus? No. No, there aren't. Nope. There's just the teachings and the vocabulary, which you don't even friggin' know. So how can you ever get to them? They're all secret. They're all secret. It's just for those who have ears to hear, people. And all we're doing in satanic congregation here at Lady Babylon, all we're doing is we're letting you know the secrets. You're looking at them. You're analyzing. By the way, did anybody come up with Christianity, the Epicureans, and the atheists? What do they all have in common? Christianity. Does anybody have a guess now? Chewy, scan them. See what more goat smoke. Did anybody see that goat smoking on the internet? I did. Dude, they smoke. Yeah. Hate the gods. Well, that's interesting. Hate the gods. Well, the atheists definitely do. The Christians definitely do. And what about the Epicureans? Oh, I think you may have gotten it right in the middle. Hit that button. What genius was this? Sunshine City. Right? Sunshine City. I like that. What is that on the? Nice. People, you cannot follow the gods. You cannot follow the gods and look at Lady Justice in the face and say, skip you. I've got a monist divinity who tells me what to do, and that's why I'm defending a criminal. Right? It's why I love lies. It's why I love and soak in the lies. The lies you all say, oh, the devil is the liar. Bullshit. Look in Genesis. God is the first liar. And your people, Yahoo, your people, did you bring Yahoo? Damn it. Your people love lies. They love lies. Do you know what we're going to do? We're going to pave over that rubble and blood. We're going to make money on it. Why? Because you are lovers of lies and sacrificers of children. This is your planting field, humanity. This is the Holocaust that the whole world can see. Voices of justice. You see, people, when you leave off justice and you follow a monist divinity, this is what you get. Bring that up again. That was a real picture. That was not AI. People, Chewy is telling me this is a real picture, not AI. Yeah. This is why what we're doing is not a joke. Leave it up there. This is why what we're doing is not a joke. Do you know what's in all that rubble? There's humanity in that rubble. There's children, grandmothers, cousins, right? Little kids. All mingled in, right? This is you, people. This is you. You know how the rest of the cosmos views you? Through this lens. Through this lens. The enemy is not within. The enemy are the ones performing the genocide anywhere on the planet. My enemy, your enemy, the enemy of anyone decent. Okay? We're going to put the genociders and we're going to put the people who mess with children People who violate children, genocide. In order to follow justice, we're going to have to turn from money, and we're going to have to say, no genocide, no taking advantage and scarring and destroying people's joy and innocence, even if those people are underage. Do you understand? Why is Lucian so hateful of the Lacedai? Because of what they do to children. Give me the last paragraph, right? Give me, when you get a chance, Chewy, people, I'm going to bring up this passage. It's going to piss everyone off. Yeah. Oh, he does. Is this the, okay, look, we're just going to make, nobody wants to hear about this kid. Let's make him disappear, right? Nobody wants to hear about the kid that is with the Lacedais. So Chewy, make him disappear. Bravo. Brilliant, people. Brilliant. Now, give me the text about the children. I just want to show people, right? I just want to show people. And you'll know why Jesus is saying, I'm not a Lacedais. Oh, people, what does he say should be done to the Lacedai? Are you ready? Yeah. Nice. Good catch, Chewy. People, what does Lucian tell us should be done to the Lacedai? You see the word Lacedai there? No, this is not it. No. Okay, well, this is good though. This says what happens is that the Lacedai live a very frivolous lifestyle, just indulging in every license that they can because they know that they are sitting under the weight of their justice. Do you understand that? DK. That's why they live the way they do, recklessly going out to public park with underage kids in a public park, Jesus, right? That's dangerous. It's dangerous living, dog. And if you're going to do that, of course, you're going to be telling people, I'm going to be scandalized, I'm going to be scandalized. And someday there's going to be a crowd of people who are like, kill him, crucify him, right? Imagine if Epstein was alive and walking the streets, right? Imagine if the people that he serviced were alive and walking the streets and staying in nice houses that are white. This is you. Oh, God. It's amazing. People, I told you, Project Talos. Right? Did nobody see that? Did nobody send that to the right channels? Did nobody get the memo? Project Talos. Go back and watch it, people. Have you noticed? It's going. Temperature up. Right? Total tyranny. We love it. By the way, we have a nice saying about tyranny. Give me another one. Yeah, we need the kids. We need the kids first. You really want the monkey? I'm sorry, people. Chewy wants me to talk about the monkey and the fox. It's just one quote. Lucian says he would rather that these Lacedai, no, it's a phrase in Greek, right? That's the kid one. No, hang on. No, not that one either. Oh, God. So, people, what am I trying to explain here? Lucian would rather that these people, these Lacedai, were rounded up and put into, he says, if I remember correctly, a public theater, a big one, he says, big public theater, and fed to monkeys and foxes. Fed to monkeys and foxes. Remember, this is Lucian with soldiers with him, right? Okay, so he's serious. He's serious. He's not joking. This is not like, oh, what's the worst thing that could happen to these people because they're so bad? Oh, I don't know. Maybe we could make them get eaten by monkeys and foxes. No, that's what's going to happen to Alexander. Before it can, Alexander the Lacedais dies. When Lucian is hot on his trail, he dies from maggots in his leg. He gets an infection somehow and gets it dirty, and it's got maggots in it. It goes south and he's dead, right? We have exact descriptions of what we're talking about, historical people. That's why it's so stupid. People, one of my big people have asked me about this, and I don't usually say anything about it on Lady Babylon, but I'm going to. Right? No, actually, I'm not going to. I'm going to tease you. Give me another source. No, give me a good source. Let me see what I can give. Oh, people. What do these people do? The right is being propagated. The mystery is being propagated by Alexander. And he is using aphrodisiacs in order to achieve the mystery, in order to bring that oracular voice. Now, he's also a fraud, right? So he's cheating people out of money. All of this, it turns out, that he's doing is for money, right? He's a swindler. How did he grow up? Who is this Alexander, and how did he grow up? He was a really handsome kid. That's what the text says. It says he was a really handsome kid. And he got to a point that he said, you know what? People want it. People have money. Pay for it, and I'll give it to you. So he did, and he was very successful. When this doctor came along who had very, very good knowledge of the drugs, because he was associated indirectly with Apollonius, who himself was one of these leaders of cult. No different from Jesus. Okay, fantastic. Lace-dye people, what do you do with them? Dude, they take advantage of everyone. Yeah, remember, who are these lace-dye with, right? Remember the Magi that come to Jesus when he's a baby? Remember that? Guess what guild they're in? You don't understand. You don't understand. It's all there because we haven't had these texts. And why haven't we had these texts? Because classicists have been preserving them up their butts and not doing any proper work on them. Yeah, effeminate. Yeah, just keep going in the text. We'll give a few more flashes. No, just give me a few more. Boom. Give me that one. That's the monkey text. That's the monkey text. We got to get the order right next time, Chewie. Right? I love it in Star Wars when Han and Chewie are going back and forth, yelling at each other and stuff. I love that, people. No, do the other one first. Now I want to do the monkey and the fox, right? People, by the way, what kind of death penalty would that be? Wouldn't this be miraculous? Right? Put you into a big theater. Can I see that? A big theater, right? So this guy can get torn to pieces. Sparatomenon. Look at the double towels, right, people? That was originally a double sigma, so you know that word is probably Thessalian or whatchamacallums, Pulaskian. Pithekon, e alopekon. Monkeys and foxes, right? And there's no question of how do you do this. They're doing this, people, right? We don't need to question. Ours is not to wonder why. Ours is just to buy our ticket and watch this guy get eaten. Don't you want to watch somebody get eaten, people? Now, think about this for a minute. This is definitely not a monist thing. This is definitely not a monist thing because you can get anything forgiven with a monist, right? You can do anything because you're either the chosen or you are the forgiven. Chosen or forgiven. Get anything you want, right? No sin is too terrible to pardon. But with a system that recognizes the gods, that's impossible. You must have a reckoning. Justice must be served. That's it. Nobody gets away. Nobody gets away with tyranny. Do you understand? Thomas Jefferson told us what you have to do when you get a tyrant. He told us. If we don't listen, it's our stupidity, people. right? Isn't this an incredible time? It's a time when we're all being tested. You're all being tested, people. Perazzo. Fantastic. Right? Did you hear that? Perazzo. I'm testing you. I'm trying you. It's different from pirates. That's that pirate. Right? Fantastic. Give me that. What are the kids? I promised these people, right? People, put on your heaviest moral shades that you can, because this is going to be hard to deal with. Nope, I want to do the other one. No, I don't. No, stop. Keep going. Get me the children. You had the children before. By the way, people, this one says his eyes are like the Gorgon. They're entheotic. They're entheotic. Do you remember when I said they're putting purple in the eyes? They're Christing the eyes with the purple, or Christing them, right? Well, do you remember that I told you that? And what kind of eyes does that give you? It gives you the phlox puros. The phlox puros of the dawn bringer, the morning star. That's what it gives you in the eyes. I told you. Okay, bring it up. Bring up that same. Okay, people, what do the eyes of Alexander, the false prophet, right? What do they look like? They look like the Gorgon. What is the Gorgon? The Gorgon eye is the eye of ferocity. It is your final judgment. It is what that orange tyrant will look into when he sees his own fate. When he comes to his end, it is the eye of the Gorgon that he will see. And it is the eye that possesses the God. It is the entheotic eye. Thank you, bringer of dawn. The first one to point out the lie of Jehovah. Isn't that glorious, people? Think about that for a minute. How would you like to be the dawn bringer? Who's the dawn bringer? The first one to point out the lie of the God. First one to point out the lie of the God wins. People. Now you know why. It's always the third, right? That follows. Give it to me. Next one. Next one. No. Nope. Now I want the children. This is the paragraph. It's like a paragraph. You just had it a little bit ago. Right, people, some of this was saying, no. It should be near the end. People, give us a second, because this was a really important. Okay, it's right there. Right there it is. Good. Here we go. Whew! People, we'll just throw this on for our last one. And now I'm just going to translate this to you, and I want you to understand the history for the first time through the translation. I'm not going to explain it. I'm just going to translate it to you. Okay? Again, this is Lucian, and we are talking about Alexander the Lestes, the prophet. Right? And let's see. It says Alexander went around telling people to not have intercourse with children because it was not pious. Okay. But he himself, he made it possible to do it because he requested from the priests in the cities of Pontus and Paphlagonia, right? What did he tell them to do? He told them to send to him for a 3-year stint the kids who can hymn the gods. And he doesn't want anybody, let me finish the whole thing. He doesn't want anybody. He wants kids that are tested, right? He wants the best ones that are the most ripe. He wants them judged on their beauty. And they're going to send from these cities, they're going to send them to him as the rabbi. Oops, excuse me. teacher. And what's he going to do? What's he going to do with these kids, people? Do I need to even say it? This says he locks them up as if they were slaves. He sleeps with them. He does everything with them in this drunken revelry. And he makes a law. He makes a law about people over 18 years old, right? He's not going to let them kiss them on the mouth like he does the kids. Do you understand? He's going to give them his hand to kiss. But those kids that are ripe, he's going to cut the file. He's going to really kiss them, right? Oh, and they're called those who are within the kiss, right? What? Right? People, there are secrets, secret things that you don't say, right? Secret things. Chewy, can you illustrate everything that we just talked about? Here they are. Leave them alone. Leave the kids alone, right? Says Alexander. But what does he do behind people's back? He orders cities, the priests in the cities, right? He's not talking to the governors. He's talking to priests. It says specifically to priests to send him boys. Does this sound like the Vatican or something? Right? How can you get in trouble if everybody knows what's going on? It's a system that defends itself. The Pope wants to talk about Donald Trump. Seriously, he ought to look in his own closet for all the boys. Where'd all the boys go? We'll find over here all of his young girls. You find all the young boys of those priests, right? That's the future. I told you I'd bring you the future, right? Oh, God. They make it. They make it that way. Oh, where's the milk? Keep going. I think. No, it's a big paragraph. Yeah, here it is. Good. People, Chewy wants me to translate this because I forgot. Alexander, in his travels, he comes across, says here, a bunch of snakes. And these snakes are big guys, Palmegathes, right? But they're hemeros, they're tame, right? And they're trefestai gunaikon. They're nourished, they're cared for by women, and they even sleep among the children. Yeah. And when somebody steps on them, they don't get mad. You know, that's how durable and big they are. But they drink the milk. They drink milk directly from the ladies. Do you understand? There is a very famous portrayal by Aeschylus, who was himself part of the family that kept the mysteries going. And he has a scene in which the great Dracaena, Clytemnestra, murderer of Agamemnon, where she is presented in a dream, receiving a bite on her breast, and the bite causes the communion of blood, venom, and her milk. That's how it's presented in Aeschylus's Libation Bearers, right? What part of the oracular mystery are we in here? Right? We're in the communion, the very communion. Alexander sees these priestesses taking care of these snakes as a part of the oracular operation. And what does he do? He gets an idea. I could do exactly what they're doing, but I could make it so people will pay me. Do we have people who are paid? Go, Chewy, bring it up. Yeah. Oh, Chewy said it is like super chats because you have to pay for each question. Lucian says that every question that you ask is so many drachmae, right? And obols with it, right? It's changed. So many drachmae. What? What? Yeah, if you ask 10 times, you can pay 10 times the price. And what does Alexander do? He just writes out bullshit and gives it to people. It sounds like he's producing some kind of show. It does. It sounds like he's producing I ought to send him over to Myth Vision. He could post him up. He could get a course from him and sell it, right? Alexander would love that, but he wouldn't take it. Wait a minute. Is Alexander running a brothel? Oh my God. I just realized something. Right? The brothel is the brothel, people. Do you get it? Nothing fucking changes. And it always takes somebody who follows the gods, right, aka satanic congregation, to bring back that reality, to get rid of the lies. And everybody who welcomes those lies contributes. They're contributing. They're bringing people. Showing the lie for what it is will free those people. They're in chains. You can't see their chains, but they're in chains. I was once in chains. They can be shown. They can be purified. They can be made free. Right? It's in them anyway, right? It'll work its way out, that nature, right? All those early Christians were saying that nature is in you, you're fighting it, right? And this flesh and the spirit, right? Because they understood what was going on. Fantastic. Chewy, give me that last. I just want to throw up. People, what is the whole focus of Alexander, the false prophet, who is the Lestes? The man who is what Jesus says that he isn't. What is that man doing? He is making the mystery, teletein. He is creating the right? And in the creation of those rites, he is becoming a hierophant. He is teaching the art of the hierophant. That is the oracular. Do you understand me? When Paul says he went to the third heaven, blah, 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 he is using those specific powers of the hierophant. Make that kid disappear. I love it. Is this that one? Love it. Ready? Poof. Oh, Jesus. You let him go. Or is this Alexander? He killed one of his boys too. I mean, he killed some kid. Yeah, no, he's a murderer. Alexander was a piece of work, people. Right? Finally, put the last one that is that quote with the Hebrew in it. Hebrew and Phoenician. Can you just bring that back? If you don't remember that, go back to the beginning. Yeah. Yep. People, remember what we did tonight. You've been living in a world where people have been saying for many, many, many centuries a false history based on a false language, a language that was falsified. And I'm not the one who said that. Lucian is the one who said that. In a Greek-speaking world, if you want to fool somebody, you use what are nonsensical, supposed Hebrew or Phoenician. That's what you use to fool if you are a Lestes, if you are bringing the voice of God. Do you understand? This is from the 2nd century, Anno Domini, when every gospel is being written, when all of those books are being composed, when all of that stuff is being copied and circulated, when all of that apocrypha is there and not yet hidden. This is your reality. Let's hope that Danny Jones can continue the work of trying to expose these sources to the world. People, nobody can stand against us. Thank you for coming tonight. Hail Satan.
Lucifer the light bearer, Prometheus bring fire, from the black sun unseen, sugar skull muerte. Paint a little more red. Feathered serpent. I wear a hat of darkness, awarded to me by Pharaoh of Nems, with a seal of Saturnia. I do not believe in states or boards. I trust in justice, the sword of Nemesis. For the chronicles of the present absentee. Hail Satan, the nation bought for 1 shekel. All the